It's that time again. It's party time. Guru and the Swami. It is week 6. NFL all day long, baby boy. You know what time it is. We're here to get that money. And you know who I'm rocking with. You see him, the Guru and the Swami. Welcome to the Guru and the Swami podcast. You know who I am already, so I ain't got to introduce it. So with that said, we know why we're here. We're here to get those lots, get that money, get that bread. If you is down for it, I'm down for it. Let's do it. Guru.
Yes, sir.
Swami, what's up, man? Look,
What up, though?
It's week 6. Week 6, y'all getting money out this straight up.
A lot of people got some money last week. You know what I mean?
A lot of money being handed out, man.
Hey,
I appreciate y'all letting me know y'all hit from us too, man. You know what I mean? So
straight up, the
keep
more
it
the
running.
merrier. Absolutely. Well, look, let's jump right into it because we got all types of goodness, as y'all know. First game of the week that we're gonna talk about, week 6, Tampa -8 at Pittsburgh. The over under at 45. And I'm gonna start with you, Swami.
Pittsburgh got punished. We all seen that by Buffalo. We all knew that was gonna happen. To
Correct.
the tune of 38-3. You know, Tampa Bay, they blew a 21-point lead to let Atlanta come back and get inside of that number last week, and I took that team with y'all. Tom Brady, what's wrong with y'all? Let them boys run back. But with that being said, Atlanta has covered in all 5 games this year. So, and then in 2 of them they've been down by at least 21 points. So that's something to say. Pittsburgh, they still banged up. Tampa Bay defense smoking out there, ranked number 6. They ain't let a team score over 17 points except for Kansas City. So one thing certain, Tom Brady gonna throw that thing around, and his favorite target is my man Mike Evans. So my best bet in this game is Mike Evans over 63.5 receiving yards at -125. He's hit this number in every game except for every game he's played in, except for the game he got thrown out, and he still had 61 yards in that game. So Zach,
Yeah.
holla at your boy.
It's as simple as that. It don't get no simpler than if you do it every week. Why not go?
I got a little lean too. Pittsburgh, man, it's just hard for them to find points, man. So I like that team total under 17.5 points as well against that Buccaneers defense.
Okay. All right. So you got Mike Evans over 63.5 yards.
That's my best bet.
And you got
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh under 17.
Yeah, the team total under
Team total
17.5.
under
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a bonus. That's a nugget early.
Barbecue sauce. All right, Guru, what you got?
Well, Kenny Pickett wasn't the problem in that ass kicking that the Swami spoke about. That Pittsburgh took the Buffalo 38-3.
Mm-hmm.
He passed for 327 yards.
Mm.
I think he completed 32 passes, and 8 of them went to none other than George Pickens to cover that money for you guys and help you cash those tickets
Mm-hmm.
last week if you had George Pickens over 41.5 receiving yards. But like the Swami just said, Tampa is coming in. Tom Brady got his weapons at his disposal, and Pittsburgh is hurting on defense, especially. They missing their best player, which is their pass rusher, and key cog to their defense. They're missing one of their safeties and 2 of their corners.
Mm-hmm.
So my best bet in this one is Tom Brady over 1.5 passing touchdowns. He's going to air it out on Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh can't stop a nosebleed right now.
Not at all.
And The Swami like giving out nuggets. So if you want a nugget or like betting plus money bets,
Plus money.
bet Tom Brady TB12 over a half a rushing yard. That's one quarterback sneak. So all you gotta do is fall forward, and that's I think it's like plus 290.
Oh wow.
Last I seen it. So
Plus 290. That's
yeah,
good.
plus 290, man. Just over a half a yard
All
rushing.
you got to do is get a 4th and 1.
Mm-hmm.
All they gotta do is do
Fourth
a
and
quarterback sneak,
inches,
baby.
30 inches,
Exactly.
third and goal.
Easy.
Whatever. You know, it's not my best bet. My best bet is Tom Brady over touchdown and a half, but I'm definitely going to bet that he's going to fall
You
forward
and me both.
for a yard.
Absolutely.
At plus 290, you better know it.
All right, next up, we got Cincinnati -2 at New Orleans with the over-under at 43. Guru, I'm going to start with you. Just go around. What you got?
Well, the Saints have allowed running backs to constantly sneak out into the flats and catch passes repeatedly. So my best bet being that Cincinnati likes to dump the ball to their running backs, and Samaje Perine is their best pass-catching back. He kind of leaks out, and he goes over his receiving total, which is only 8.5 in this game. So we like Samaje Perine in this game over 8.5 receiving yards. He's hit this total every game except 2, and I think he went right at 8 in both games. And then I think one game he didn't really play a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
But in this game, in this situation, I think that he will sneak out and get that on his first catch. So we should have this covered as early as the first quarter.
Early.
I also seen a bet, and this was my best bet till I saw that the sites kind of took it away,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the Swiss Army knife getting over
The
a
Swiss.
rushing yard.
They took it away.
Yeah, man,
They knew what time it was.
kind of took it away. But if you see Taysom Hill anywhere on any of these betting platforms, his rushing yards was over 1.5, and his rushing attempts was over a half a rushing attempt. So all he had to do is carry the ball one time and get 2 yards. And I'm going to bet both of them if they put those back on any of these gambling platforms.
All they got to do is bet. So, with that, if I would have placed that bet yesterday,
It's a
was
lock.
just- really?
If you get that money in
if
there,
you
you lock.
You get it in. Once you get it in, it's
They
in.
can't take it away.
That is
no.
crazy.
Unless they void him and he don't play or something like
Yeah,
that.
some
But
shit
if
like
he
that.
step on that field and he cover that bet, that's a good bet.
Yeah, I got dead boy.
That is what's up. All right, Swami, what you got?
Cincinnati, they coming back to form last couple of games, even though they had a tough loss to Baltimore by a late game field goal. New Orleans been playing a couple of grueling games, one in London, and the last one, Seattle, was a high scoring one. So they had that fool, like you say, the Swiss Army knife. He came out there, they put his package in. He done had 3 touchdowns, but you don't know what they got going on over there. Their New Orleans defense, they ranked in the bottom of the league in points per game allowed and yards per game allowed. My man Joe Burrows loved to air it out. He been doing pretty good all years. So with that being said, my best bet is my man Joe Burrows over 22.5 completions. He's went over this number in every game except for the Miami game, and I think he had like 20 completions in that game. But it was kind of a runaway game, so he was chilling. So
Okay. All right.
I love it.
Man. All right, Jacksonville +2 at Indy. Over on that 42. Swami, I'm going to start back with you. What you got?
Well, Jacksonville, they came back to reality. They regressed back to the old Jags. Yeah, I mean,
Pretty much.
I had a little faith in y'all, man. Indy coming off another low-scoring game where they beat Denver. Indy's ranked dead last in points scored. You know what I mean? 32nd out of all the teams. They don't score many points. And Jacksonville defense is ranked number 4 overall. So Indy also may still be without Jonathan Taylor. And they haven't went over this total of 42 yet this season. So Jacksonville, they played in week 2, and Jacksonville smacked them 24-0. So I don't really see too much changing, honestly. But my best bet in this one is the total under 42 points. But I also like Jacksonville. I take the points. They want to give you 2 points, take the 2 points. I like Jacksonville in this one too. So, but my best bet is the under 42 points.
Under 42. You heard him. Guru.
You heard the Swami, man. The last time Jacksonville played Indy, they kind of rolled Indy up into a pack and smoked them. 24-0, man. They was smoking on that Indy pack.
That Indy pack, baby.
Indy line is banged up, and Jonathan Taylor is still a little banged up. We don't know if he's going to go or not. As the Swami said, Indy has not been able to score the football at all this season. They haven't smelt the over. They've been under in every game, so I'm right along with them in this one as my best bet being under 42. I didn't see a Evan Ingram reception prop. They tried to hide him. They tried to hide Old Faithful, but if you catch Evan Ingram and his receptions is 4.5 or under, take Evan Ingram to go over his receptions. Last time they played these guys, he had 8 targets and caught 7 of those 8 targets. And that was around the time where that was one of my best bets, and I'm getting back on that train. If we can find it, anything under 4.5, we taking it over, and we taking the game under 42.
I like that. I snuck them on my ticket last week. That was on my winning ticket. I went back to Old Faithful.
All right,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know
if
what I
it
mean?
ain't broke, don't fix it. Exactly. You ever find yourself fixing stuff that's already fixed? All right, next up, the Jets +7 at Green Bay. The over-under is at 45. Guru, we'll start with you.
But these are not the same Jets from last season, right?
They're not.
But we can say the same damn thing about the Cheeseheads.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the same Packers, but at home they're a different breed, and they score the football pretty well at home. So the Jets have shown the ability to score as well and allow people to score on them. Breece Hall is who I looked at in this one, man. And Breece Hall has been really the bell cow for the Jets. And the Packers will allow running backs to get some carries because they're really not that good against the run, as we saw out there in London when Saquon Barkley kind of did what he wanted to do and carried the ball multiple times against Green Bay. So my best bet in this one is Breece Hall to get over 12.5 rushing attempts.
Oh, 12.5 rushing attempts. Good. All right, Swami.
Like he said, the Jets ain't the same Jets they used to be, or Green Bay. You know, got them young boys out there. I know he missed my man Adams like a mug, like a mug.
Adams miss him.
You miss him. You better know it, because goddamn, I don't know what the hell Derek Carr be on sometimes. But Green Bay coming off a nice loss in London to the G-Man over there.
Big Blue.
Mm-hmm. Smacked him. Zach Wilson looked 10 times better than Flacco already. He done scored 64 points in the last 2 games, more than they scored combined, you know, in the first 3 games. So, head-to-head, the total went over the last 3 times they played head-to-head. I think both of these teams have put up some points. So my best bet, like you say, Green Bay is a lot better at home. So my best bet is over the total of 45 points. I like the total over. And, you know, I like giving out stuff, little nuggets.
Nuggets.
I like my man, he was with us for a little while, but he went back home to Green Bay. My man, Randall Cobb, he went back home and he be slept on, you know what I mean? He told you Green Bay got a lot of young boys, but Randall Cobb been out there doing his thing. So I like his totals. It's over 39.5 yards. He hit this in every game except for the first one, and he was right under it by like 2 yards in one of them. But he's one of Discount Double Check's favorite targets, so you can put a little sprinkle on that one too.
Absolutely, especially now.
And I did want to add that the over was one of my best bets too in this Green Bay game.
There you have
over 45. You should get that by the third quarter.
Man, when you start knowing what quarters they should get it by, that tell you something. Let's take a break. Pay some bills. Guru and the Swami. We'll be back. It's week 6, and we back at it again with the Guru and the Swami podcast, and you already know who I'm rocking with. It's the Guru and the Swami. If you don't know, now you know. And in case you just got here just now, we is pulling out those locks, and if you want to get some pen and paper and write them down or something, you might want to if you're trying to get that money. That's how I see it anyway. Anyway, let's keep the party going. With that said, next up we got Baltimore minus 5.5 at the G-Men. Over under
gang.
Over under at 45. So I'm gonna start with you since we talking about Guru Squad.
Yeah, let them get last and shit. Well, you know, Baltimore, they've been a little up and down. Lamar been playing pretty good, even though it's like he playing for that money. I swear they should have paid that man, because with all these bum-ass quarterbacks and got paid, including my quarterback, niggas, he deserved his money. But he finally pulled out a late game winner because he been killing us late game over Cincy. The G-Man smacked up, discount double-checking them boys in London. You know what I mean? One thing about them G-Man for the last couple of years, I can't even front, you know, with the sports betting, I don't really hate other teams. I like whoever win me the money.
Exactly.
And them G-Men, they like to cover. You know what I mean? They like to stay inside of that number. And really, for real, like these teams, the identities kind of mirror each other to me. They really rely on one or two people to carry the load. In New York, they rely on Saquon Barkley, healthy Barkley, he the best in the league, and sleeper young Daniel Jones. He been playing pretty solid this year, man, making plays with his legs. And Lamar, he relies on his man, the tight end Mark Andrews, and his legs as well. You know, pretty solid. But the G-Men, they are still 21-7 to the under, even though they went over in that last game. And Baltimore went under the last 2 games, so I think both of them going to try to establish the run. Baltimore still a little banged up out there, and he ain't got too many weapons on that offensive front anyways to throw the ball to other than Mark Andrews. So I like this total to stay under 43 points. And, you know.
Move the under down to 43.
Yeah, what is it?
45.
45. Oh, what is shit? When I seen it was 43. If it's 45, I like it even better under that. But I also like my man. He been Mr. Consistent. You know what I mean? It's his favorite target. And my man Mark Andrews over 5.5 receptions at minus 125. This shit is a lock. He was on my winning ticket last week too, along with my man, old faithful Evan Ingrams. You know what I mean? And Derrick Henry. Sometimes it's just you got to go with what works, and he is a lot to catch that ball out there.
Yep. Guru,
Man,
the floor is yours.
Mark Andrews.
Huh?
I said, man, fuck Mark Andrews and the Baltimore Ravens. We finna smoke that shit like we did Green Bay.
I ain't mad at you.
But it's a lot of uncertainty surrounding both of these football teams with the injuries.
Exactly.
Mark Andrews should be a lock, though, at the 5.5 because they're without their top receiver, and the rest of that receiving core in Baltimore is totally trash. Wink Martindale came over to the Giants as defensive coordinator from Baltimore, so who knows Baltimore's offense better than Wink Martindale. So it's going to be a lot to kind of dissect in this game and a lot to look through. With all that being said, I'm going to focus on the props because the props in this one are no-brainers. And the first prop is J.K. Dobbins over 45.5 rushing yards. The Giants have been a whole lot better defending the pass than they have been defending the run. And with Lamar Jackson's ability to run the run play option and keep you on your heels as a defender, it's going to open up some running lanes for J.K. Dobbins. You know what I mean? The Giants usually give out big plays, 10-yard runs. He had 9-yard runs there. So I figure if he can do what he's supposed to do and just stay healthy. My only props that lost last week came because the people left the game. I have no control of these people getting hurt. But I believe that Vegas got a little control over these people getting hurt, man. The black phone ring and they call you and say, hey,
Limp off.
if you get over 30 yards, we're going to put the baseball bet to somebody's knees.
Limp
And the
off.
people limp off like they hurt next
Limp
game. They be
off.
back and they go for their total. So I got J.K. Dobbins over 45.5 rushing yards. And Saquon Barkley, they're going to stuff the run. They're going to try their best to take away the running game from the New York Giants. But as the Swami said, Daniel Jones has a good skill set where he can get out on the edge and move around a little bit as well. He's no Lamar Jackson, but
Scrappy.
he's shifty and fast when he gets to the edges, and he's going to create plays for Saquon Barkley in the passing game, not the running game. His receiving total is only over 23.5 yards, and that's one crossing pattern from Saquon Barkley, because if you get the ball in open space, you already see what he going to do like he did last week.
Trying to take it to the house.
23.5 yards. Saquon Barkley will catch 4 or 5 passes in 23.5 yards. It's going to get swallowed up in no time. So, J.K. Dobbins over 45.5 rushing yards. Saquon Barkley over 23.5 receiving yards.
I like it.
Book it.
Which one was your best bet?
Both of them.
Both of them.
Say less. Say less.
Oh, oh, Shrion.
Get money. My Niners. Minus 5.5 at Atlanta with the over-under at 44. Guru, we'll start with you.
I'm gonna let the world in on a little secret, man, that really nobody knows. And that's when West Coast teams come East Coast and play at 1 o'clock. The games tend to go over. I'm talking a great percentage of the time, like the upper 80 percentile. I was tracking this trend for the last 20-some-odd years, and it don't fail me often, and it won't fail me in this one. My best bet in this one is the game going over the total, which is 44. San Francisco may be without their best pass rusher as well. I think he did something to his groin. Kind of hurt his groin last game. Nick Bosa
Hurt his mangina.
Yeah, Nick Bosa is kind of questionable. Is he questionable or is
He's
he ruled out?
questionable.
He's questionable for this game.
I don't think he playing.
I don't think he's playing not with that groin injury.
Yeah.
The groin is not something that you can just come back and play. Not from that position that he plays as a pass rusher. And they won't need him against Atlanta. You know, so Atlanta kind of slipped up last week and didn't score the football like they usually do. Before that, all of their games had gone over the total. Last week they slipped up, came down and laid an egg.
Goose.
They won't do it in this one. But my best bet is the over. And like my man like to give out nuggets, I'm going to give you a nugget too. Debo Samuel's
Should
over
get
15.5 rushing yard. Really, this ain't a nugget. This a best bet too. Debo Samuel's over 15.5 rushing yards. They're going to give that ball to Debo. He didn't hit the number last week, and I think they're going to be a little pissed off that he didn't. And establishing the run starts with Wilson, and it ends with Debo. And Debo will get this on one. He will run at least one of his rushing attempts for over that total, so he'll cover that on one carry.
Say less. Say less, Swami.
Hey, well, look. I owe the people a little apology, man. I really can't really apologize, but I'm sorry because I kind of underestimated. I ain't really underestimated. I know that San Francisco defense was biting. What I didn't take into account was that Carolina and Baker Mayfield, and y'all know how I feel about Baker Mayfield, but they are super duper duper trash. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They almost fucking let 49ers go over the total by themselves. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm sorry. I should have just went ahead and took the Niners. I overlooked them. I mean, I was second-guessing them. I won't let that happen again. They smashed them, Carolina. The Carolinas depleted, though. They don't know what they want to do with McCaffrey. They think about trading him or whatever. Yeah. But, like you say, Atlanta coming off that loss to Tampa Bay. They still stayed at a number. They've been in a number all game, every game, 5 games this season. I don't know how. They went down by 21 points in 2 of them. Still happened to manage to get back into the number. But he said both teams banged up. Got Nick Bosa out, as well as the kicker, which fucked up the bet last week. Goddamn
Robbie Gold out. I got him in my fantasy.
He should be out. going down there trying to make chocolate like he a gunner on the
Linebacker, so.
kickoff team.
And then Atlanta, you know, goddamn Patterson, he's still out, and they lost the tight end Pitts last week as well. You know, like you say, San Francisco trending to the under. Atlanta is 5-1 to the under. San Francisco got the top ranked defense down the board, so I picked the under last week, and it smacked me in my face. So I'm gonna stay away from it this time. But my best bet on this one is I ain't gonna fuck with y'all. I'm gonna take the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers on the money line though. On the money line at minus 225. I really like them to cover the 5.5, but I hate 5.5 when I see that. It's just a crazy number. So take the 49ers on the money line. But I would lean to that under too, but stay away from it because I'm scared. So 49ers on the money line though.
49ers on the money line. That says we're gonna win. Nothing like San Francisco winning.
Yeah, y'all gonna knock that trash off. Yeah.
Guru. But you already went?
This man, every time we drink
the bamboo.
This man get to acting crazy.
The bamboo.
Can't remember who spoke and who didn't speak.
Oh, yeah, you went. All right, so next up, Carolina plus 10 at L.A., the Rams. Over-unders at 41.5. Swami, what you got?
Well, kind of just spoke about them a few minutes ago.
You did. That's why
Carolina is 1-4, and they look horrible. I never wish injury on anybody, but
I wish that nigga get hurt.
Baker Mayfield getting injured may be the best thing that's gonna happen to goddamn Carolina this year. You know what I mean? LA look mediocre coming off their Super Bowl championship, and they got smacked around by none other than the Dallas Cowboys, which were a 5.5. I told you I don't like that crazy number. 5.5 point underdogs. LA, they 2-3 right now. Carolina has lost 16 of the last 19 games straight up. 10 points is a crazy number because the Rams haven't looked that great on offense other than force feeding your man Cooper Kupp, which is why I roll right into that. The one constant is that he feeds Cooper Kupp and his man Tyler Higbee. So my best bet is Cooper Kupp over 7.5 receptions and Tyler Higbee over 54.5 receiving yards. He loved them too, and it's like that's all their whole entire offense. Cam Akers going to be a little banged up, so he ain't going to be able to rely on him. So I think these people will get a healthy dose of Matthew Stafford out there. So I love it.
Guru?
I would lean to the under too, because
Go ahead.
I'm sorry about that, but I would lean to the under too, because the Rams only scored 10 points in the last couple wins. You know what I mean? Yeah, so
offensive line, Jack.
Why do you lean into the under? The Rams will not be playing the 49er defense in this one, nor will they be playing the Dallas Cowboys defense. They will be playing the Carolina Panthers, who we just seen allow the San Francisco 49ers, who is not an offensive team, score the football that will. You know why? Because Carolina has a tendency to turn the football over, and they will be without Baker Mayfield, as you mentioned, and they will be without Sam Darnold, who is also nursing injury. So they will be down to the third-string quarterback. Third-string quarterbacks equal turnovers, especially when you're facing guys like Aaron Donald. My best bet in this one is not the most sexiest pick in the world, as it's only minus 435, but it's the Rams on the money line they should cover the 10 easily. They should go over the total by themselves against Carolina. The Rams will be pissed off because they're taking losses against good defensive teams, and a good recipe to get your offense going is to get a team that's not that good defensively coming into your backyard. I watched the Cleveland Browns score the football at will against Carolina. So my best bet is the Rams straight up, man. Take it. You're going to have to parlay it unless you're rich. Now, if you're rich, get with me on the www.betmoresports.com because I got a whole lot more for you rich guys that like the straight bet. But in this one, we're taking the Rams straight up on the money line.
On the money line. Say less.
Mm-hmm.
All right, coming up, we got the Guru and the Swami's best of the best. That includes the best totals. That includes the best teams, the best props, and then the best, of course, parlays. Guru and the Swami will be back. Welcome back to the Guru and the Swami podcast. We are here week 6 once again, and it's time for the Guru and the Swami's best of the best. If you don't know, now you know. That's including best prop, best team, best total, and last but not least, best parlay. So let's get that party started right now. We're going to start right out the gate with the best prop, and I'm going to start with the Guru.
My best prop is Saquon Barkley over 23.5 receiving yards.
Saquon over 23.5. I'll run with that. Swami?
My best bet is Mike Evans over 68.5 receiving yards.
That's for your best prop?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty much a guarantee. All right, next up we got best team. Guru?
Rams on the money line is my best team. Like I said, they're facing a third-string quarterback at home, and that third-string quarterback happens to play for Carolina. So give me the Rams on the money line.
All right, Swami?
My best bet is also a money line pick, and it's your boys, the San Francisco 49ers, on the money line this week.
All right. And then last but not least, best total. Swami, I'm going to start with you.
My best total is the Jacksonville Jaguars game under 42 points. That's my best total.
And Guru?
My best total is the Jets and Green Bay over 45.
Woo. Jackson Green Bay over 45. You heard that from the Guru himself.
I love that one.
And now it's time for the Guru and the Swami's best parlay. Swami?
Well, this week, I gave y'all everything I like. Not what I like, I'm sorry. What I love. I love this. So, I got my man Joe Burrows over 23.5 completions. That's at plus 105. We're getting plus money for this, man. That's all he do is throw the rock.
All day.
I got my man Mike Evans at over 68.5 receiving yards at minus 115. I got your boys, the San Francisco 49ers, on the money line at minus 230. And I got the Jacksonville Jaguars total under 42 at minus 110 for a sweet 4 pick. You put your $50 on this, you'll win yourself $524.90. Good money.
Whew. Guru, the world is yours.
In my parlay, I got, you're going to have to do a same game parlay in the first one, and that's J.K. Dobbins over 39.5 rushing yards and Saquon Barkley in the parlay. Same game, they moved it up to 24.5 receiving yards, so you got to take them over 24.5 receiving yards. Then I got Debo Samuels over 16.5 rushing yards. I got the Jets and Packers game over 45. And I got the Rams on the money line. $50 on that one will get you $513. You can take everything you can big bond steal and put it on this one.
Better know it.
Don't follow it this time. You're going to be looking stupid like you was last week when I gave you
and the week before.
our best team, best prop, best total, and a best parlay with no losers on it.
Better know it.
Don't follow it this week. You'll be crying about it next week.
Some people got to learn the hard way, Guru. Some people got to do it. And listen, I don't mean no harm, but we done gave you 7 games with plenty of nuggets. You got the best prop, best team, best total, and the best parlay. If you can't find money out of that, then this might not be for you. You might need to call 1-800 I'm a gambler.
And check this, man. You got to put everything together, man. Break some of that shit up, man.
Exactly.
Break it up.
2 pick it, 3 pick it, 4 pick it,
Y'all
1
know what I'm
pick it.
saying. Kiss. Keep it
Keep it
short and simple.
Yeah. Take what you like and make it your own.
Better
Plain
know
and
it.
simple. With that said, it's week 6. Guru and the Swami. It's been a great episode, guys. Hey, I can't wait till next week.
Yeah, and if you don't find it on the Guru and the Swami, you can most certainly find it on betmoresports.com.
Oh, yeah.
The best of the best up there.
Every
Best
chance
of
you
the
can.
best. And listen, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Subscribe so you can get the alert, so you can stop saying
When it's
is
coming
the video coming out, or
Send me the link, please.
why the video ain't posted and the video's been posted. It's because you ain't subscribed and
You
you're
gotta
acting like
click
you
the bell.
subscribed. Click the bell and
Click
it
the
will
bell.
alert you, because you don't want to miss this information and you don't want to have to rely upon us to give you the information on the podcast and make sure that you see the information
It's
week
too
in and
much.
week out,
You
because
want-
we get busy.
What you want us to play the ticket for you, too?
And we are gambling ourselves. So
And you want to get it in enough time to be able to
Absolutely.
take your time and see what you need to see. So,
Uh,
hey, I'm good. I'm my get money experience has been very frustrating. When you're doing pick 10. I don't usually do pick 10s and pick 9s,
Cause you ain't supposed
No.
to.
but I'm doing them and I'm losing by 1 pick.
So that
You know.
means stop doing them.
So it's definitely getting
If
frustrating.
you losing by 1 and you doing 10, that means do 7,
Yeah.
do 6,
Exactly. That's the approach I'm taking this week. With that
4.
said, hey, thanks for tuning in to the Guru and the Swami podcast.
More money.
Like,
Less
comment,
legs.
subscribe again. See y'all next week. Peace.
till next time.